The suspense is killing me.
Are we live?
I think we're live. We've temporarily lost Courtney. One moment while we replace her.
Okay, let me put it up.
Oh,
Courtney's pod person has arrived.
Okay, so I'll go post.
Oh,
right.
goodness.
No, this actually
Take two.
looks like it might work.
Holy cow. Yay.
I did not expect that from my little Mac laptop.
Right? Hey, if it works, it works. And quite frankly.
So, hey, Michael,
Yay.
can you hear us? Please tell me you can hear us.
Okay, so let's wait. I just posted.
We'll probably wind up with other people there. So, yes, Jesse can hear us and Michael can hear us. Yay!
Yay.
So,
Good.
huzzah! Okay.
Okay. I
All right.
posted
So,
all over the place.
so
If
now we
everyone
know.
caught up with us. Yay!
Yay.
Yes. Just so you guys know, this entire day
Has
It's
been
been
like
like
this.
It's been this.
This
So-
entire week has been like this, for me at least.
Oh, it's just. So we'll kind of wait for people to catch up.
Yes.
So,
yes.
and I'll go let other people.
I will tell the tedious story of what we did. So we switched over to the little Mac laptop, which is tiny. I'm telling you, this thing is ridiculously small. That I bought so that I could run Vellum in order to format paper books. Totally worth it, but I went with the cheapest one I could afford at the time because I couldn't afford much. So I was dubious whether or not the little Mac was going to be able to handle this. But
it's working.
it's working. So
There we go.
Yay! Hi, James.
Hi, James.
Congratulations on your stuff.
Yes, no, congratulations on the new book,
Yeah.
on the big reveal of your actual name.
He's a
Yes,
real
well
boy
done.
Yes,
He's
yes.
a real boy now.
He's a real boy now.
So happy for you.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, guys, in
So-
regards to hardware list, we will put that up. We just have nothing this week.
There's
fuel
no
tanks
energy.
are on E.
Yeah.
They require sleep and good food, and
Yes.
And I have a
So-
crap ton of work to do.
it's an Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Well, hi.
Awake. You saw me this
They're awake.
morning.
Yeah,
You were
well.
here. You were here. So you know I'm not awake.
I
So-
got up, made breakfast, took a shower, and then took a nap. Like, I got up,
She got to take it.
take a nap. Well,
Well, I think it's important because, as we said in the previous live stream, which some of
Yes.
you may have missed, oh God,
It's a multi-tool. Oh, Ian is
Ian
at
has
work
his
in the
sound.
computer.
So we can
Sound.
say whatever we want.
Oh,
It's a shame I don't know any sign language.
We're not alive.
This could be dangerous.
I think we're live, alert, and awake. Is it?
No.
No,
No.
I'm the only one that's perky and bouncy, and that's because I've been working all day long.
If you have kittens,
Yes, I have kittens.
not that you've had kittens, but you have kittens.
I have 4 kittens at my house. They are 9 weeks old.
Precious multi-tool.
They are popcorn kittens,
Mm-hmm.
which includes popcorning on us at night. Because my son has a cat who is not having this invasion in her house. All the hissing and growling. And I tell you, that a 13-pound gray and white pussycat can put out a growl that sounds like a distant serial killer with a chainsaw approaching.
So Ian just posted, if a car is stacked in the shower of your hotel room, it can't be towed. Just saying. Yes, we should have given you the multi-tool sooner. Shut it. Oh my God.
The problem is, I have no doubt in his ability to disassemble it.
But
Where
can
I'm
you
a
put it
little
back together?
doubtful is whether or not he can put it back.
That's my
together.
question. This is
So-
a nice car.
And there's going to
fancy
be that
car.
one screw hanging out there that didn't go in.
Right. And the screw loose would be named Ian. So we're just not going to rehash yesterday's adventure on the Raconteur road trip. We're just not.
No.
Oh my God.
We're just not.
Let's talk about the amazing convention and
Because
postcards.
we went to Fantasy,
Uh-huh.
and granted, the road trip there really should be printed as its own book because
There's pictures.
Because
It's
gun
illustrated.
turret.
Yeah. And apparently my car has a gun turret.
Your car has a gun turret, and
Yep.
I have never
I
seen
saw that
somebody
picture.
so gleeful.
Right. It has a gun turret. Pop.
Ian says, I take things apart. Reassembly is someone else's problem.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about the gun turret. But so we had a wonderful time. We got there in time. And we had this very interesting. So we were going straight to dinner when we got there, right?
Yes.
So, and Courtney, God bless her, drives like a maniac. Because it was a steak dinner that we were not going to miss.
I was not about to miss this dinner. It was delicious.
Right. So, but we got there and we'd been in the car all day. And Ian got to experience the pants off dance off in the parking lot.
Just, we're at a nice restaurant. We need to change. You watch. Make sure
You
nobody
watch.
watch.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Courtney was amazing. She was like, clothes. And we're like flipping clothes off and hopping. And then we appear magically in the lobby looking fabulous.
And we did indeed look fabulous.
We
I
did
will
look
say.
fabulous for people who just got out of a car.
Right?
9 hours. Had a great dinner. Who was there?
I think you said that there were 7 people there. Ben was there.
Has Ben there?
Ben Yellow was there.
Ben Yellow
Okay.
was there. And
It was you, me, Ian, Ben Yellow, Mona Lisa, and Rick,
and Jim.
Jim.
That's their 7 right there.
And Ian.
She
Oh, yeah.
said
There
Ian.
was,
She had Ian
there
in
was
there.
somebody else.
Who are we missing? It was dinner and
There
there
was
was.
dinner.
So we get there and who do we find in the lobby? Chris Smith.
Chris Smith.
Uh-huh.
Half the convention.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, a bunch of people were there.
That's why I was on Thursday and the pre-party is happening.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the steampunk convention didn't have that and it felt odd.
Well, it's okay. We'll just get everybody there next year.
Yeah, no, next year totally
yeah.
it'll be a thing, but
Yeah.
it was just like not right.
Yeah, but the pre-party was great.
Yeah. So we
Um,
went to dinner and then we went back over to the convention. And then because people are so damn prolific with their postcards,
Good God.
we had 130 postcards to go through for
SteamCon.
Steam cards.
Yeah.
and we'd whittled them. I had whittled them down
To
to
37.
37, but we
And-
had to get it to 20.
Well, yes. And I must say, everyone who's participating in that, there's the best parts of this.
Yes.
The stories were really great, and I had to be the bad person and enforce the rules and send emails with 51 words. God damn it! And be really frustrated at people to do the really hard cut. So, but I'm loving. And, oh my god, the creativity.
The creativity that goes into them. Some of them are like, I'm reading this and I'm going, this is fantastic. Where's the rest of the story?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
and that's the reason. I'll be perfectly honest. There were several that were rejected because it's not a complete story. It's the beginning of a series, and I want to read the rest of it.
Don't pout,
So that's
Jessie.
not a bad thing.
No pouting, Jesse.
So the competition for postcards is fierce. So
It's
if you don't make it in, don't feel bad. Also, there are plans afoot for the stories that didn't make it.
Yeah, because there's too many that are
There's too
just
many
So,
They're
yeah, there's some
stellar.
amazing
Yeah.
stuff.
Stellar.
A couple that could be fixed with adding a word or two, losing a
Yeah.
word, just
Yeah.
putting your name on it.
Okay, so
But putting the name on it's a big one.
I'm gonna rant because we went on this big blitz of telling everybody put your name on the file, and what do we get? Like 6 right off the bat with no names on them. For
Yeah,
next
the
one.
first 6 I pulled
Ah.
off the email didn't have names.
Ugh.
So that's why?
So anyway,
Wallbanger, that's the spirit. Keep trying.
keep trying.
Yes.
Well, here's the important thing, though. To me, and the most important thing is our wonderful youngest contributor, which I will
Oh
let
my
somebody else
God.
tell about. But what's really important here is 1, the professionalism of hitting all of the rules. 2, the craft of seeing somebody who submitted the first time and then the second time, and how much more refined and beautiful their stories are, right? And then
Am I going to tell about
You
this one?
tell us this
So
one, yes.
we have our youngest contributor who, did we accept our story? Please tell me we did.
we have our second story.
We have our second story.
Yes.
But her first story will probably appear just because it's so
gosh darn
gosh darn cute and inspirational.
So we had a story. We've had a couple of stories now for Remy Denote, who is 8 years old. And it's just okay. So first of all, the first one we got in, I got images on my phone of her handwritten story from this 8-year-old, and
with
all
her name on it.
All 3 moms of the apocalypse were promptly dead of the squeeze.
D-E-D, dead.
D-E-D, dead. It was so cute.
And
Oh my God.
just, it's so precious. And I know that her mom and her dad have both been communicating with me. And one of the things that we're going to be scheduling is a little video conference with the 3 of us and our youngest writer to give her some feedback on this, because it's incredibly cute, but she's also really good at what she's doing. And we want to foster that. And I guess her teacher, I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but her dad told me that her teacher gave her a hard time for a story she wrote in class, because she wrote and submitted a murder mystery for a class assignment, and her teacher was not impressed and gave both her and her parents a hard time about this. And I'm like, that is not okay.
No.
Because, I mean, yeah, she's 8 and she's doing a murder mystery, but why not, first of all? And I don't even get me started on the coddling of children and insisting that everything that an 8-year-old does has to be twee. Because, yes, we think she's cute and adorable and all that, but we also want her to be the writer that she can be.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean that you
she's-
can't write a murder mystery at that age.
I think the best thing about this entire thing is this little project inspired an 8-year-old to write.
Yes.
Mhm.
It inspired an 8-year-old to write. So,
Well, and the other thing is too that it's her, the Hankins, both Brennan and Emma Hankins got into this last one, and they're so stinking excited about it because, as Brennan said, marriage goals, and I'm like, yes.
Actually, we have 2 couples who did that.
Yes.
Yes, we have another couple who wrote stories, and I have to tell you, we were really hard on them.
Mhm.
And I was like the hard ass completely, like, nope, sorry, introduction, not a story. I was the mean girl, and I was the Russian judge.
Yeah,
because I can't be the East German judge anymore, right?
No, you can't. Yeah, Russian judge is fine.
But it was, and we were sticklers,
Uh-huh.
but there's so much extra good stuff that we have to look for another way.
Yeah.
For that.
It's so hard to evaluate and narrow it down to just 20 because we can't accept more than 20.
No,
And we've been asked why, and the reason is because when you get down to more than 20, the royalty share split because we insist that our authors get paid.
Get paid.
And I can tell you, my husband made it into the first one. I was not part of that selection process. There was no bias. He just wrote a really good story.
It was excellent.
It was his first professional sale. And
I didn't realize it was Sanford's until I looked at the name. Until I I read the stories, then I look for the name.
Yeah,
like that's how I do it because I don't want to have the name bias me.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, this is really good. They're like, it's Sanford.
Sanford. Yeah.
How wonderful.
Well, one of the ones that was really hard for me was 46 words, and it was Dorothy.
I
know.
Oh man, I want to send that rejection letter.
We'll talk about it at dinner.
She and I had a conversation about it already. So
oh, good. Thank you for taking that one.
But the thing is that I have people that are asking me for prompts that are telling me that they've never tried to write before, but it's 50 words. Surely they can do 50 words.
Not knowing what they're getting into.
Yes, but I'm not going to tell them that. I want them to take that prompt and be like, I can do this. Because that's the other thing I'm seeing I'm having people tell me, I managed to do 50 words. Maybe I can do more.
Yes.
And yes.
I'm loving the inspiration of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just thought we'd do one. Honestly, we really just thought, we'll just toss this out and see what happens.
Like, this sounds like fun. Let's see if people will play with it. Holy cow.
Oh my God.
So well done.
So this last one for Fantasy, for Fantafly postcards, this is going to be the title of this one, had an extra special twist for me because I use Midjourney, the AI art generator, in order to generate these images. It would not be possible without Midjourney to be able to generate images that could be used as evocative prompts. So Midjourney went down
Oh.
hard.
Right in the middle of this one.
Yes.
So I am frantically trying to go through images and be like, okay, which ones have I sent out? Which ones can I send out? Which ones are going to work? Because I always, when I'm trying to create the images for this, I'm looking at them and evaluating, can somebody write a story off
Yeah.
of this? Because there's times I've generated stuff that I'm like, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give this to somebody because there's nothing there. Which I probably shouldn't doubt that people can be creative, and somebody is unlocking
It's Rita.
the door. So okay, it's Rita.
It's Rita.
It's Rita.
Have to
It's
come say,
Rita,
"Hey,
and she's
Rita."
all lovely.
Of course she is. She's always lovely.
She's always lovely.
She's just a little extra dressed up. That's all.
Hi.
And of course she's got fabulous shoes on again.
Oh,
I
oh,
love those shoes.
royalty
Oh,
check shoes.
I am going to
Oh,
show
come
off
share,
my
come
shoes.
share. Come share. So Rita is wearing, when she published her first novella, she saved up the money from it.
I love your red shoes. Oh my
Fabulous
gosh. These are
And she
fabulous.
bought
You
herself.
inspired me.
You gotta see these shoes, guys. Okay.
I don't know if you can do this.
How can I do this without like showing my
Well,
knickers?
You can just like stick your foot in the.
I'm gonna grab you
Grab
for
onto me,
balance.
honey.
Here we go.
No,
No,
do it again.
you'll have to freeze it.
Quick flash.
No, you stick your foot up.
Okay.
Stick
Okay.
your foot up and she'll hold it. Get a load of these
Fabulous.
fabulous
Lovely.
blue bags.
I
All right,
love those.
Let her go down before
Okay,
she
I'll pick it up.
falls.
It's okay. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm pretty stable.
So that's what you can buy with your postcard money. You can buy fabulous shoes.
You just have to
So
save up a little bit.
It's all
Right.
about the shoes.
It's all about the
It
shoes.
is all about the shoes.
Yeah. So of course she looks amazing. So
Okay, and going back to the postcards for a second, because this other exciting thing that Rob Howell shared with us. And Rob, we got to do something fun for Rob because he made it into the first postcard
Yeah.
anthology. And of course, I put his name on the cover because it's Rob. Rob has this fantasy series that's like hardboiled noir detective and high fantasy blended
Yeah.
together.
so
It starts with a lake deep. It is excellent. You absolutely must check it out. Oh, and the food. But so, Rob, years now,
oh wait,
what
there
happened?
we go. So Rita's amazing wonderfulness walked by and
Yeah.
slowed us down because she just does that to computers. So
Yeah.
So I put Rob's name on the cover, and it turns out that was the first time that Rob's name has been on the cover for an anthology, which I thought was like, wow, okay, cool. But he also told us that he'd had copies of postcards at a convention,
a media
Media
a
convention.
big convention. And one of the things that you get a lot when you're selling at a booth at a convention, especially if it's not one of the smaller literary focused conventions, is when people walk by an artist and an author's table, they'll be like, I don't really read that much. Sorry, I'm not interested. Rob was able to say, well, if you don't read that much, check out this postcards book. They're little short stories with these great images that go along with it. And he sold a crap ton of them.
Yep.
So I was like, huh,
Oh, there you go.
wow, I hadn't even thought about that, but that's absolutely the case. It's like, I will sell children's books if we're at some place that's not a convention, because people will buy them for gifts a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
suspect the postcards anthologies will be like that too.
Well, yeah, I'm loving how much fun people are having. I mean, that's really kind of the best part is everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, got my postcard."
Mhm.
Well, and one of the things we got this time was the guy who said, "I took my postcard to my writing group, and
Mhm.
we're all writing stories based on this one prompt," and we're like,
Okay.
So I got a message on that one, which was basically,
We
is
all
it
did,
okay? And I was like, yes, but we will only pick one story for the book. We're not going to include all of them.
Because
Oh.
it's one image,
Oh,
and we
my
have one
Lord.
image per story.
So then I had
Yeah,
an author ask me for her own image so she could write her own story
Yeah.
for it.
with
it-
people we don't even know.
Oh yeah, no,
mean,
I
it's
have
just like,
no idea who
oh.
these people are.
So
At one point I was worried Facebook was going to restrict my account because I was messaging with all these people I'm not actually connected to in any way.
that was the thing I said. But still, overall, we are so incredibly delighted that this little tiny project has blown up so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the fun, inspiring an 8-year-old. Oh my God. People, thinking they're like, okay, I'm going to do it again and try again. And
Okay,
And-
so this is the first story I've ever written. Well done.
Yes.
and So all of that is
Yeah.
marvelous, and we're doing it at every convention we go to, which is a little insane now that we've realized what it's like. But
So the next one,
the next one is
because I've been asked and I said I would talk about it today. The next one, the submissions will open on April 14th. It will be for Fool's Con, which is a very small invite-only relaxicon.
which, by the way, all of you should be doing these in your neighborhoods. You should have your own Fool's Con.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
where
little
you have a
get-togethers.
convention where you all just get together and sit around and talk and drink and play cards and are creative together.
Mhm.
So
So the submissions for that one will open on the 14th and they will close on the 17th, since we close on Monday after the con. So you can absolutely request a prompt, even if you have requested a prompt before, because that's the other
Mhm.
question I got a lot is, can I have another one? I had one before. And I'm like, yes, of course
Absolutely.
you can.
You can. And
And everybody that asks me for a prompt gets a unique prompt. You are the only person that gets that prompt. I keep a rather large, at this point, document tracking all of the prompts that I have given out
yeah,
so that I don't do duplications.
that's the other
Right.
thing is we did not expect quite so much backroom paperwork.
yeah,
But it's okay. We'll do it.
I'm glad that we have the paperwork to do. Like it's
yeah.
if we'd said we're doing a thing and nobody came.
Yeah. It's like
Okay, well that's
Right?
sad.
Mhm.
apparently we're the party house. So
I'm good with that.
I'm
We're-
okay with that.
I don't mind being the frat party.
So I'm gonna do a little brainstorming live here with
Right.
these two lovely ladies.
Oh my god, you expect our brains to work.
Well,
Okay.
Hear me out
let,
for a
let me get
second.
ready. Go ahead. Okay,
Okay.
I'm ready.
okay. So in order to publish the postcard books in hardcover, we have to have a minimum of 76 pages.
Right.
And with 20 pages worth of story and image facing, that's only 40 pages.
Mhm.
So there's a little bit of extra for front matter and introduction and the editor's choice story that she gets to include. It's actually it's an important part of making the book work is having her
Yeah.
stories in there. But the other thing that we do is we include, if any of the authors have other works, we promote those works in the back of the book. We promote Frederick Brown, who you really should be reading if you are trying to write microfiction. The man
Absolutely.
is a genius. I've been slowly working my way through all of his stuff, again in some cases, but they're well worth reading again and again. But the other thing that I have to do is I have to come up with a way to fluff the book up a little bit, and so I can hit that 76 pages for hardcover, because it looks so nice in hardcover.
It does. It looks fantastic in hardcover.
It's a beautiful hardcover, I have to say.
So what I did in the first book was I included a teaser for Space Cowboys, because Space Cowboys was about to come out, and I knew that as far as copyright issues went, I could use the intro to my story that was going to be in Space Cowboys. But I've had an idea now for
We left you alone and you've got an idea.
for steam powered postcards. I'm going to include a few pages talking about how to get a usable image out of an AI. And if you guys think that that's okay, we'll run that in there and go, because then in Fantafly postcards, we can include a few pages of how to do this with your own writing group.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is we have a couple of images where we were like, here's a couple, go practice.
Yes.
Right?
And I had multiple images where people were like, can I have an image and can I have 1 or 2 or 3 for my children? And I was like, yes,
Yeah,
of
that was
course,
cool.
here you go. And so both of those, that then creates a cohesive between the different postcard books of basically, this is how you can do this. And this sort of thing to create.
They're having a party in the chat about going, yes, please. So,
Okay, good. So that
I think
fills
it's
out the next 2 books, and then we'll figure it out from there.
yeah.
Because
That's brilliant.
this is constantly a work in progress.
Oh, also, guide
So-
on writing microfiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay, that
actually,
can go in Fools.
I do have a couple of resources for that, on
Mhm.
which we can pull up, and maybe a few links to various places for,
Yes.
Yeah.
for what to
I can't
focus
put
on?
live links
No,
but we can
we can
put
send
in
people.
links so that people can find them.
Yeah.
So Jack Wilder's terrific book on the AI images was linked into the first postcards book
Yeah.
because it is absolutely, if you are seriously getting into using the AR renders for art and whatever you're going to be using it for, Jack Wilder's book is the Bible and for that, and you absolutely must buy it. It's only $10. It's cheap at the price because it is chock full of images. It is an absolutely massive
brilliant.
resource.
And Jack's just brilliant in general.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
so yeah.
and he got into this last one.
Yes,
He
yes.
did.
Writing.
Oh my God.
Writing.
He wrote something for Pinup Noir too, which
Yes,
was like
I know.
the first
And
thing
it's
we
like-
got.
So this is what I love too, is that we're new
We-
authors.
we're
This is an acceptable challenge.
We
Yes,
are inciting
you know,
writers.
We're inciting writers, and we're bringing them into the fold and
Yeah.
launching them into the world and making them ours.
Okay, I'm gonna have a little rant here.
Go for it.
Richard, give our love to Alyssa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I
Okay, right,
know
sorry.
you guys are tired too because we saw you there and you were drinking with us on Sunday night in the room. You know all about stripper glitter. So yeah, that's okay. You can catch it later because it'll be up and stuff. So lovely of you to drop by. I know because we're gonna go over a little. One of the
We
things
should
I
go over.
said was is that Writer Dojo is the university and we're the frat house.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not just because we're party people. God knows we love to party
Right.
and we love to have a good time. But I mean, if you go to university, you usually find a group of people who are all trying to work on towards their dreams, right? They're all trying to work towards the things they want to do. And you want to have a good time while you're doing it.
Right.
And you lift each other up and you share resources and you work on your homework together and stuff. And yeah, oh my God, Richard. Jim Curtis has some stories about stripper glitter too, but he doesn't tell those in polite company. But the point is that one of the goals we had with North
Right.
Texas Troublemakers, all of us,
Mhm.
was creating a space where you guys could all come together and we could all be a big community who are all focusing on the good parts and helping each other, lifting each other up. And wow, we just threw the idea out there and it's just gone
Nuts.
bananas.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the purpose of a fraternity is the networking and the
Yeah.
lifelong friendships
Yeah.
to help you get where you want to go.
Yeah.
And I'm all about building that community and building that network and building those friendships. And walking into a con and having half the people stop me and give me a hug. Like, okay, granted, not today because I got sick and I didn't even get to look at anybody for it. Like, I'm so
I
disappointed
know,
for that.
it's really sad but there's a whole story there too.
There's more there, but building that community and building the people who can lift you up into the next. I need to know how to do this thing. Oh, I know how to do this thing.
Mhm.
Right? We have so many people who, we have a lot of gun experts. We have a lot of medical experts. We have a lot of experts in everything, who know and are constantly learning more. And I'm so happy to be that place.
Yeah. I mean, it was a German idea from LTUE
Mhm.
8 or 9, 6, 7 years ago.
A while ago, yeah.
But it's also, I'm just so darn impressed because we were like, it's almost like we gave people permission,
Yeah.
because really, what is the goal? The pie there's not one pie, there's 20 million pies.
Mm-hmm.
I will teach you how to make pie.
Right?
She makes amazing pies.
But I mean, it's like a writer group frat house party place. It just
So I'm gonna jump into that one in a weird direction, which is you're talking about university and we're being the frat house. So I had always intended to get a PhD. I'm too old now. I'm not going to do it. But the other thing that happened was once I got a really good hard look at academia, I ran screaming in the other direction, which is why I went industry instead of academic. But at heart, I think I've always been a teacher. I've always wanted to do the professorial, teach you how to do something. And I've gotten to do that over the years with Mad Genius Club. And this right now is just feeding my little teaching librarian heart of getting to see a need like the author central pages because we have so many brand new writers
Well,
and they don't know.
Sam Robb with Teen Anmore.
Oh yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, I love
Best
Sam.
thing ever.
He's awesome. And he's got a Substack now where he's doing some of that stuff. And he got me onto Substack.
Yeah.
And I'm tinkering with Substack, and I think Raconteur Press needs a Substack.
We've got so much in the hopper. It's insane.
So
Yeah, and Substack is great. Is great.
Well, so the reason I'm saying that
yeah.
is because it would alleviate some of the issues of putting it on Law Dog's blog, but I'll get into that.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
actually, okay, just so you guys know, Raconteur Press does have a Facebook page, and I've been slowly putting stuff onto it, but we haven't really announced its presence because I was trying to get more usable information on it first.
Right.
But we do need other presences, but that was
Yes.
in process.
Yes.
But it's also because who knew a year ago at Fantasy,
Right.
we hadn't even really thought of Raconteur Press.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a thing.
We had done things in Malta, it was sort of going. But, I mean, when you have people hunting you down at the convention, their book.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, FenCon for me was the level up point.
Wait, hang on a second.
Did we lag?
We're lagging a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
Now we get here. Okay.
FinCon for me was my level up point because it was at that I had people approach me and sit down with me and pitch projects at me as a publisher. But it was about then that I had decided that I did not want to do the solo publishing thing. I didn't publishing thing. I don't have the spoons. But Raconteur works because there's a gaggle of us. I don't have the spoons. But Raconteur works because there's a gaggle of us doing it.
These incredible women. I'm so lucky. And that I get to watch all of these authors pitch in and just go.
Yeah.
You're all just going. And it's the
Ugh.
best thing ever. It is the best thing ever to go to a convention and see a whole bunch of them get together and squeeze at each other. Because it's not a competition.
It's not.
It's a journey.
Mhm.
I mean, we're all on this journey, and we're all like, well, not me, because I'm just watching you guys go. My journey's different, but I get to watch all of this, and I get to watch all this amazing energy, and people like at each other, and it's just glorious. I can't even say enough how happy I am about it.
Yeah.
So.
Then to have a bunch of our authors come to a convention and we go, okay, you're in this book, you're in this book, you're in this book, you're in this book, and they're all in different books, and they're all here. And it's so much fun.
I had a moment.
Yeah.
I had a moment. Ray K. Krawczyk. Ray Krawczyk.
Ray Krawczyk. He was at.
I can't actually pronounce the name. I just can't spell it right.
He's at Fantasy flying.
He was at
alcohol.
Fantasy,
Oh my
but he
Lord.
posted a picture of him sitting at a panel, and he had books popping up in front of him, and I'm like, I published all of those books. So it was one of those of happy moments.
It really
It was very cool.
There's something about being part of the birth of something new that is really exciting and thrilling. And I mean, because we're all mothers, we've literally been there at births. And it's also exhausting and messy and it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Ray's there. Hi, Ray.
Hi, Ray.
I'm glad you're there.
It's not even hurting cats. It's more like what? I mean, seriously.
It's 3-dimensional, so you're like hurting pigeons.
It's like 3-dimensional cat herding in space.
Yeah. Because
Yes,
you're
herding
everybody's
cats.
all over the place. Some people are just launching, some people are all the way up here, some of them have been here and are now here and they want to come and play because
Space
they're
cats.
yeah.
We have
we've
space
got
cats.
We have space cats. We do have space cats. I mean,
That's an anthology.
Right? So all I can think of is a huge thank you to everyone who like went, yeah, let's go.
right.
You know, and so
And the number of people who just want to play.
Ray has a point. It's like herding Cheshire cats.
Yes,
We're
that
all
works.
a little mad here.
yeah, we're definitely just
A little.
it's a wonderful psychosis.
It
You know,
is.
it really is.
We've dropped a lot of the filters. We've lost, we've re-embraced the sense of play that we had as children.
Mhm.
The 8-year-olds who had a fantastic idea
Well, that's the core part of science fiction too, is that sense of wonder.
Sense of wonder.
Yes.
And that's where we are constantly moving towards is exploring that wonderful world of possibilities out there. And I honestly, when I have people coming and asking me questions that are, I'm just like, wow, really? Wow, okay. I'll do my best here. Coming and asking me questions that are, I'm just like, wow, really? Wow, okay. I'll do my best here. But it's amazing. It really is. We're doing this. Making it happen.
Well, how many things that people ask you where you go, oh, I know this and I've known this for a while. Let me explain it. And then having you go, I don't know that. Let's find out. And you're having to keep ahead of people who are asking you questions because you're like,
Well, here's the best part too, is like if we get stymied, we're like, yo, anybody know this? Anybody got this part? And it happens. People are like, oh, I can help with that.
So, well, and half the time I have to say,
big
can't
fun.
answer that.
Sense of wonder? Yes. Yes,
oh
indeed.
my God.
I was a cosmetic chemist, so.
I will say though, sitting at a table. Oh wait a minute. I have to rethink that because I was about to say sitting in the bar at a table full of big sweaty men is not so. But some of them were totally worth it. Yeah, it was weird. I was sitting in the bar. With
okay, there's sweat and then there's sweat. Really, it's.
So, but, okay. I have to say, I'm really sorry. There's one thing I missed at Fantasy, which was the Cards Against Humanity game with the First Responders edition that happened out on the veranda, where apparently Kelly Grayson totally broke Rob Hampson. Completely broke him. He laughed so hard he could not breathe.
Oh no!
And we missed it because I don't know what we were doing. Oh, we were doing postcards. Yeah, because but at some point I think we have to have Ian tell that story because he was out there too and broke a couple of people. But it was
that was the second night. I was at the bar. You and I were in the bar. They went outside to play.
We were at the bar,
and then you went up to do something. I don't remember what.
I was doing something. I don't.
You had a phone call. I think you fell asleep.
Oh, right. I had to go up and do a phone call, but still, I'm so tired. But we were exhausted. It was really hard.
Casey, we have a Discord. It's called Book Club with Spikes.
Yes. We've got Discord and we've got Signal and we've got Facebook and we've got Messenger and I'm like, I can't even keep up. But so yeah, it's just it's inspiring and it's because we've all decided we want to play.
Yeah.
It's all because we all want to play. And isn't that the best part? Isn't that just the best part?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
there will be 3 Moms of the Apocalypse merch coming soon.
We got
as soon as have recovered.
Let me get over my cold first. Let me get over my cold first. And and we have to be able to order samples, which is a big part of one of the things. Well,
so yeah, Casey wants an invite to Book Club with Spikes.
Yes, so, I see that. I will make sure that it happens.
Yeah, because it was also weird. So many people came up and went, Jonah! I'm like, I have no idea who you are. Because
that happens to me at every con.
I'm really bad with names. I can tell you if I've met you before what you were wearing down to your socks, but I will not remember your name. Courtney, the same thing was happening to you.
I'm getting better about the names. Thank God they wear tags.
The problem with name tags at a con is they always flip around.
And they usually have
on both sides.
And I usually have my pen name on mine, so most people don't recognize the name.
Right. Well, they're starting to.
They're starting to connect the two, which is good.
Winkle Reed,
Morale patch.
We will make that happen.
What would that look like? A 3 Moms of the Apocalypse morale patch?
I've got a logo.
Embrace the wonder.
We're working on the morale patch. We're working on this up for the next step. This has been a ridiculously busy.
I spent an entire day putting together the Raconteur Press publishing schedule. With the 3 of us so what did you tell Ian his job is? Raconteur Press.
Stand out front and look pretty, and give me space to work.
Yeah. So
why the calendar?
Right. I was
So he has a visual of, no, you cannot put that there.
It took me all day to put the year ahead calendar together into Google so they can access it not on the wall of my shop. So we have some idea of the work ahead of us because it's exploding. So we are very busy people. Less busy now that we've got it organized, but still.
I don't know that we're less busy, but less frantic about it.
Yeah.
Because we're still busy.
Insanely busy.
And I topped all that off by taking a class on top of
And
all of
kittens.
this. And kittens.
She has 4 kittens in her house.
Okay,
right?
the 4 kittens are temporary.
4 kittens in the apocalypse.
The 4 riders, the kittens. So 3 of the kittens will be going to their forever home after Fool's Con. And one of the kittens will stay with me. And okay, this is funny because Sergeant Mom, who's longtime blogger, lovely lady, we met in person for the first time. I went down to San Antonio with my son to see the Alamo, and met with Sergeant Mom, whose poor little cat, wasn't even a year old, went in the heat the first time, got out, came home, and delivered 6 kittens. And this is not a big cat. Miso is a little cat. So she's got these 6 9-week-old kittens, and I went in to pick up the 3 of them that I was going to be delivering to another friend who lives, we're doing the chain with kittens here. And one of them is called Lightly Toasted Marshmallow, and she's going to be a flame point when she grows up. And my thing had been that I had told my son, because my son was like, you have to have a kitten. I'm going to get you a kitten, just any random kitten. And I'm like, no, if I get a kitten, it has to be Siamese coloration, but not purebred Siamese. Because I don't want a purebred Siamese, but I've had Siamese coloration before, and they're beautiful. And it has to be a baby kitten. I don't want to do a rescue cat with issues. And I have to have like all this stuff that and here Toast is perfect. So my husband and I had talked about it, and he had said, you are allergic to cats. If you get a cat as a kitten, it will love you and want to sleep on your face, and you will have allergies all the time. And so I'm like, Courtney. So I called him. She
didn't even get to lick him, and she still got sick.
I call him.
I'm
standing outside of the house where the kittens are, and I'm like, honey, and he's like, I expected this phone call. Yes. So I have a kitten now. And if you follow me on social media, there will be daily Toast pictures.
And I love Toast. I love that you called him Toast.
Well, I couldn't not. I mean, I always do weird names for cats anyway, and Lightly Toasted Marshmallow, Toast for short, is just perfect.
My daughter's cat is named Toast, but he's completely black.
Oh, burnt toast!
He's burnt toast because she always forgets the toast when she's being a chef at breakfast. So Casey, you heard from Marissa, did you? Did she tell you the title? So we're going to tease you with the title, but we're not going to tell you what it's about. Female Strum. And we'll just leave it at that.
Yes.
Okay.
So, coming to a store near you. But
yes.
Anyway.
Oh.
So yeah. But no, I will not name your chickens, farm girl. So I could name them. I could name them Fricassee.
Fried. Baked.
Oh.
Oh, she has something else. Okay, cool. Yeah.
She should talk about the other thing. Yeah.
We're not talking about that.
Haven't talked about that yet. We have to. Yeah. There's discussion that have to happen.
Oh, Ben Yellow, we love that man so much.
Yes.
He's so fabulous. He's actually come up to dinner up here.
I need to get him back up.
He's going to be back up after he gets back from Scotland, the poor thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and here's what I love to say. I said at breakfast, I said, oh, so you're going to be up for dinner while I'm in Italy. Yes.
I'm in Washington, so that'll be fun.
Right. No. Ben is a national
we'll make
treasure.
sure that
Yeah.
we feed him.
Brandy was telling me that anytime you're around Ben Yellow, turn on your phone and record him. Because he has so much amazing history about science fiction. Plus, he's truly one of the nicest human beings you will ever meet. Ask him about his bow tie.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna smack me for that, but
Oh, I love his bow
but
tie.
his bow tie story.
He is
very
a dear
important,
man.
So
Years before I knew who he was, he was one of the people that made a point of always seeing me and saying hello to me at LibertyCon.
yeah,
And just because Ben, and I mean, this is before I was published, and even after, I wouldn't have expected him to notice. It took me a long time to realize who he was, other than that sweet man with the bow tie.
yes. He actually gave you a really good compliment, Courtney.
Oh,
Yeah, he said that the stories you're selecting for the Raconteur anthologies
yeah.
Are right in the pocket of the classic pulps of science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good.
that it was obvious that you were paying attention and constructing excellent anthologies with themes and stuff, and it's like
Specific. Well, yeah. I mean, I loved the old sci-fi. Like, it was like pulp sci-fi was. It was fun and exciting and had the sense of adventure and wonder and everything that I want more of in my life. So, and keeping things together and in that kind of theme is, yeah, I do it on purpose. I'm glad someone noticed.
yes,
Well,
he did notice.
Excellent.
And he's so excited
Yeah.
about. We seem to be coming. It seems to be becoming. And where has this been? The pulp magazines of science fiction. So. Because people want to have fun, and oh my goodness, are we having fun?
You're having a lot of fun. And
So-
it's
But anyway, I forgot
Yeah.
to tell you that
no.
on our long car ride back while we were gnashing our teeth about other things.
Oh my god. No, but I'm glad.
Silver
I'm,
linings. So
I'm glad he noticed, and I'm
he
glad.
did notice.
I was on a trad versus indie publishing panel. That I walked into it expecting it to be a cage match, and ended up being me giving a lecture, which was so. Oh well, not entirely. There were questions that other people had.
Which
had
is
opinions,
interesting
but-
to me, because last year at Fantasy there was virtually no interest in indie publishing. I mean, literally, when I'm on a panel and it's myself and Tony Weiskopf and an artist and somebody else that I don't recall right
Mhm.
now, and we've got like 3 people in the audience
Yeah,
when we're talking about cover design and art, and I'm like, what is wrong with this con?
yeah.
So I'm glad to hear it's gotten more interest.
It was a smaller con this year, and it was one of the bigger panels I had. No, I think the biggest one was the cussing and sci and cussing and fantasy, but we went sci-fi anyway.
Well, there was also
which was
tossing
fun.
of Spurglemints at
Right. I did the last one Spurglemints and threw with the panel, so the not safe for work panel.
yeah, there was
That
another
was
safe
fun.
for work panel, which was hilarious
Yes.
because it was you and
It was
Marissa,
me and Marissa and
Heather H.B. Hello,
yep,
and
and Mike Morton at the end.
Mike Morton, the poor
and-
thing at the end, going, "Why am I here?" But he was a really cool guy. It was fun to meet him. He's one of 3 Ravens
Yeah.
authors. Yeah,
They're very cool.
Yeah.
But one of the things we talked about with the anthologies was I want to make sure I'm not putting pistachio next to peppermint
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it was. We had so much. We had the bigger panels were a lot of fun,
Mhm.
and there were more people at the indie publishing one than I was expecting.
Yeah,
Like-
good.
And somebody actually recognized my cover artist, which was.
Yeah,
I had to tell her that because that's
she'll be excited.
slightly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was interesting. It was. I just because I didn't have any panels. I hadn't actually intended to go to any.
Mm.
I wasn't running around. I was sitting in the bar
Mm-hmm.
and trying to work, but sitting in the bar means everybody. Oh, Jana's there. We should go sit with
to talk
her.
to you. Yeah.
Which of course then party at Jana's table, and I had to explain to the boys that they could just not tell the stories that are so not safe for work until it was dark.
Right.
So, but was fun, and yeah, it was good. to
It was
watch.
good.
It's also fun to watch new connections get made.
Yeah.
Yeah, some interesting new connections happened over the weekend. It was wonderful.
That's half the fun at any con, though, is
Oh,
making new
yeah.
friends.
So I'm just going to give a little reveal here, tiny one. Mike Massa, bless him, wonderful man that he is, tall, dark, and gorgeous. It's a good thing I like his wife. Several, like 2 or 3 months ago, pinged me on Messenger and said, "Hey, can I talk to you about corsets?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know that you need one, but sure, I can help you out with that." And he was like, no. For book, writing a story. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So we had a great conversation about, he didn't know about dark art and corsetry.
Oh,
Casey, he didn't know about dark art and corsetry. I introduced him to that site. He was like, wow, thank you.
mhm.
But so, and it involves a story that he's writing through Sean Ringo's universe. So because I was helpful, he put me in the story in red leather pants with two 1911s strapped to my right thigh. And I was like, thank you.
Wait, two of them on the right
Hey,
side at once?
there are some hips on this woman and they will fit.
Yeah, now I will kind of want to try that.
Yeah,
right?
Just to see if it fits.
Yeah, so but it was really lovely, and to be able to work with him on that and go through and fix some of the fabric choices and things through the story. So I'm really excited about that story getting published, and I'm not sure when it's due to come out, but it was really fun to be able to have that kind of collaboration moment. So I was like doing that at the same time. But he just lovely man, really cool story coming from him. So
Yeah. That
So-
is awesome.
yeah, it was good. So what, that checks out, the two 1911s on one hip. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. There's plenty of room on me.
Hi, Amanda.
But hi, Amanda.
Yeah, Jesse, I can see that. One at the belt and one in the drop leg.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I could totally, it would not be difficult to do, but I still, it was like, damn, favorite gun, leather pants, I'm in. So that was very nice. And I just public thank you to Mike for that. So,
Yes. And as we start to wrap up,
Yeah, because we're about there.
let's talk about what else is going on. What do we have for releases coming up?
That's what the calendar's for.
That's what a calendar's for. Okay, I know we have a.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say we do have a deadline arriving quickly for
Yes.
Falcons of Malta, and this will be the last of the Malta anthologies.
That's coming out the 31st,
The
deadline
deadline is the 30th,
May 31st.
31st.
Yeah.
Yes.
not May, March. This month,
This month.
like
Right.
Friday.
I'm sorry, I just conflated that with a completely different book.
Yes,
Yes.
Because I'm tired.
that's okay. So, and other than that, yeah, if you want to help with the technical difficulties that we had earlier, hit up the Give Send Go, because we actually do have a list of equipment that we need. We appreciate the offers, and I think Courtney's going to put up a spec
We can
sheet,
put up our spec
but
sheets. We
Yeah.
should do
it-
that.
and
So,
and see if we can come up with something that way.
yeah.
But the Give Send Go will give us the ability to upgrade some equipment.
Well,
And
we wanted to do a live stream from Fantaside, but we did not have the ability to do so.
No.
Right.
And wow,
So-
would that have been from
Right.
the Deadline
Yeah.
party?
And
The-
being able to do live streams from cons is something you guys should absolutely do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't go to as many as you guys do, and I never will, just because nature of my job, I
Right.
can't. But for you guys to be able to do live streams and have guests on at cons would be fantastic.
It was
we
killing
we
me
need that to
'cause
happen.
We had some really amazing conversations going on that we
Mhm.
very much wanted to share.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
We just couldn't get the equipment to work.
we just
yeah.
we,
So
yeah.
So there's things that we can do, really exciting projects that we can bring to you guys.
Mhm.
But we just need to upgrade a little bit.
And we'll get there.
So
You'll get there.
we will absolutely get there.
And so where are we next?
Um,
Well, we'll be our next 3 live streams will be pre-recorded, and we may have a
yes.
special one thrown in there.
Okay.
yes.
Pay attention and follow about that. We haven't even
Okay.
told you about that.
No, I have. I'm in the dark, but that's okay.
Yeah,
I like surprises.
yeah.
It'll be fun.
I like most surprises.
Okay, I like
don't-
pleasant surprises.
Okay. Thank you for quantifying, because yesterday was not a good
Not a-
surprise day.
No,
Yeah.
no, I
That was a
know.
20, that ended up being a 20-hour day. It
But
was exhausting.
Yeah.
so yeah. So these guys are about to take a nosedive into whatever bed is closest.
Yeah, we got
Um,
home at 12:30 last night, and I had to get up and get to the shop early this morning, and then got a really interesting phone call, which added some severe logistical nightmares to the end of my year. So yeah, we're a little tired, but my goodness, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate you
Right.
hanging in with our technical difficulties and hanging out with us.
And as
article.
always, if you guys have a topic that you'd like to see us cover, pitch that into the comments under the video.
Because we have a jar.
We have a jar.
We
We
have a jar.
we write them out and
Right
throw them in
here.
the jar, and then we can pull the thing. So, Casey, go catch your helicopter.
It's getting away.
Do you have a lasso?
Catch it. Anyway, okay. So we'll be seeing you next
Julie,
week.
we're only here for a few minutes. Sorry.
Yeah, and our next public thing is going to be LibertyCon, I believe.
Well, we're at Fools, and then we're at April, May. Yeah,
Yeah,
Julie's
LibertyCon.
LibertyCon and the Imaginarium.
So,
And there is going to be a party at LibertyCon.
Yes,
More info later.
and I
Epic-
will be at
epic
LibertyCon.
party.
So,
Epic party at LibertyCon.
Okay, so
thank you all.
Right. off we go.
Let's
See if
You
we can
got
figure
it?
this out.
right
Maybe,
there.
possibly.
Yeah, there it goes. It's just got a funny little track.